Alright, I guess this is a little bit late news. It's almost February to begin with. But Ram Man, Master Universe Classics, was delayed. I wanted to talk about this a while ago, but I didn't get to talk about it. I have my vintage. It's in a bag inside. And I've been dying for Master Universe Classics Ram Man. It's one of the my top 10 figures I wanted to have in the Classics line. And now we got it, and now we have to wait till February. I understand delays happen with figures, and they've said that from the beginning, that that's why they always have a backup. Sometimes they'll say, this figure's coming out, then this figure out, and they'll swap them. Which is fine. I got Net Torsa. She is probably the most gorgeous figure in the Classic line so far, especially for the female. She is amazing. She lacks weapons, but we'll let that go. But having Ram Man is what we're dying for. And if we're held back because of the second head, I'll go nuts, because that second head looks like it's crap. But honestly, this happens all the time. The figures get delayed. But I think Mattel has to find a good balance for the fans, because there's a lot of fans that are haters. Of course, you have the Matty apologists, and you have the Matty haters. And the Matty haters, no matter what they do, they hate everything Matty, but yet they buy more so they can complain more. And of course, the apologists don't see any flaws with anything. And the truth is, you have to have a balance, and that's the one they want to talk about right now. Is that, you know, honestly, a very beautiful figure like Natasha, you get mistakes like Froster with the wrong forearms. I didn't even notice it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I saw the figure, I have it. I didn't notice the forearms. I didn't. That was me. But of course, they're the eagle eyes out there that see it, and they're mad. And you have every right to be mad. You're paying all this money for your figures, but at the same time, I wouldn't have noticed. It doesn't bother me. It's not affecting the figure. It's not hurting. It's not like she's got like her legs and arms are interchangeable, where they're like she's got one leg over here and one arm down here. It's just switch forearms. And it really doesn't matter, especially if she's wearing bracelets. Like she got gauntlets on. You're not noticing too much, but I understand. I understand. You're mad. You know, you spend this money, you want a perfect figure. You want to live in a perfect world, and that's just not going to happen. I'm not being a jerk, honest to God. I just want to say that I allow mistakes. Hasbro, as much as I love them, you'll buy a G.I. Joe figure. Now that they're $9, $10 a figure, they're not $3 a figure no more. They're $10 a figure for a 3 3/4 action figure. There's lots of mistakes. Paint mistakes, weapons being lost, wrong packaging happens all the time. And I know the difference is that G.I. Joe is a retail line, and I noticed that people seem to let go when it's a retail line from when it's a collector's line, and I don't think that's fair. Mattel is this big conglomerate, but if it's not Barbie, it's not the same. You guys know this already. You know that Mattel really is built on the house of Barbie. So Masters is getting this small budget, but yeah, it's pulling in big numbers. Look, we got letter openers, we have little miniature Castle Grayskulls, the whole business cards. We're getting all the stuff they love as Master Universe all over again, but it's slow because the numbers aren't as big as we think they are. They said it, the numbers aren't there. The die-hard collectors are there, but die-hard collectors are not average collectors. If a person walks past the storefront and says, oh wow, look at that figure, I would love to have it, they'll buy it. That's why 2002 did a little bit better, but a lot of the vintage fans were like, that's not really He-Man. Well, that figure's kind of cool, I'll pick that up. That's the problem. There's not more of that, and there's no kids. So it's built on 30-plus-year-old people, late 20s to early 40s. But not all of us, because there's die-hard Transformer fans, there's die-hard G.I. Joe fans, Hot Wheels, Legos. We all have a fan base, and sometimes they don't cross. They don't. Like, I'm a reviewer, I look at all the toys, but not everybody does that. So, you know, I don't know, I'm just concerned that we have to find a balance to understand that a late release date that's a little bit later is fine. But then they started talking about on, I think it was on Matty's forum or the He-Man.org forum, I'm not too sure which, where they are talking about, hey, we want to make it cheaper for you guys. Don't like the $25 price tag? Well, we can make it cheaper. We could put the figures in a poly bag and then give you no accessories and horrible paint deco, but knock it down 20 bucks. So for $5 extra bucks, you get an extra head, extra weapons, better packaging, and better paint job. Anyone who thinks that it'd be great to go that way is sadly mistaken. I don't. A collector doesn't want polybag. Collectors don't do polybags. Collectors like the packaging. Packaging is a big deal when it comes to collecting. Everybody knows this. But I just have a problem believing that $5 adds that much to what we had before. Now, the packaging is a reused packaging, so you're not making new artwork, you're not really doing much. It's the same package. It's you don't have to scale it completely differently. You have your standard package, which is the buck body. You make a little bigger one, and vehicles, which is their own boxes. But I just don't see why. Alright, I think I'm losing track. I want to tell you that. Leave it at the $25. Let's just hope it stays there for the remainder of a couple of years. Don't raise it again. Because I like Natasha. She came with no weapons except for a cape. That's her weapon, and a shield. No comb, no nothing. So you couldn't tell me that she cost just as much as making a Ram Man, or she cost just as much as what you have to put into a Mosquito, which we know that's no, it doesn't. Buck body, old ankle joints. It's some figures are worth more than others, but you're having a flat rate. So if you have a flat rate, you're gonna tell me for every Natasha, it's gonna cost you more than it will tell you it costs me like a Mosquito. We're paying $25 a figure. Alright. But that's for every figure we're getting, the Mosquito included. Ram Man's $30. I understand Ram Man's a bigger figure. But when you have a buck body and you're reusing parts, yet you're not including things on a simple figure. I'm still mad about Stratos. Stratos came with nothing. You couldn't even fake a weapon or the staff of Avion. We need a new Stratos. You need to redo it and give him a closed hand and a stupid staff. I'll pay the $25 extra. I mean, just to have a right Stratos. But needless to say, guys, what are your opinions? I know there's a lot of Matty fans out there. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me a video response. Subscribe to the channel. Damn, I'll never get this right. Subscribe to the channel right there. Okay. And follow me on Twitter at altmindz. And go to our site, Alternative Minds. And until next time.